What's up? It's your girl Nikki St. Clair, and I'm out on these YouTube streets, and everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about it, about the man who opened the portal, Cat Williams, who said it's up for all of y'all, Big D, deviants, and all. And here it is. Things are unfolding. CEOs are stepping down. The curtains are being opened, and the covers are being pulled back, and things are being exposed. And we are seeing people literally fight for their life, fight for their reputation, fight for their generational wealth, fight for their privacy. They're literally being publicly humiliated and ostracized and exposed for all of the dark things that they've done. In so many years, we'd hear whispers of them doing things and doing people wrong and cutting people's uh, business short and blocking their success. And I know for a fact that when it came to me, and I can only speak from personal experience, that I had been let down so many times. And I'm like, God, I'm your child. You see this. You see how they're treating me, God. You see how they're lying on me. You see how they are writing me up at the job and really, really beefing up my write up with words. And you see the injustices that are happening, how I was cheated, how things were stolen from me. And all they got was a slap on the wrist, or he said he didn't do it and we believe him. You see it all. And I felt like the enemy was winning. It felt like evil was just winning and getting the best of God's people. For years and years, so many injustices have happened to not only me, but people in general. You may have had that teacher that didn't like you, that nobody knew that you weren't the favorite. They kind of treated you or slighted you in some sort of way. You may have had a step parent that didn't treat you well, or that cousin that bullied you. I mean, you loved all of your other cousins when your mom would drop you off, but there would be always that one cousin that would bully you. And you just tried to tell on them, and that didn't happen, or we was just playing. Or then they ask the other siblings what happened, and they take up for their own, like, oh, we were all just playing. No, that didn't happen. And it seemed like you were screaming at the top of your lungs and nobody heard your cry. Well, I just wanted to let you guys know that even when I was growing up, my mom would always say, whatever is done in the dark shall come to the light. Whatever goes in the wash will come out in the rinse. And I want to let you know that we are actually seeing it happen. And it may not be particularly based on our personal lives, but it feels good to see somebody get justice, even if it's just to be publicly exposed and humiliated. One of the airlines were on trial because they exposed the fact that the employees were incentivized to pick out certain bags and pick people off the plane. I think they got like $10 per bag or something like that. They were exposed publicly and pulled to the carpet, and it's like, oh, we did have that, but we don't have that anymore. We don't have that program anymore. But it's on record that you did. And now that you have publicly admitted to that, you could very well bring on a class action lawsuit for yourself and the company, and your company could immediately go under. Because all they have to do is say, hey, if you felt like you were discriminated or you missed the flight because you felt like you were singly picked out, please give us a call. You know, a lawyer could reach out to these people and put these certain airlines and companies underwater, whereas they felt like I'm winning, I'm making billions of dollars, I'm overcharging the people for their bags, and it's really all about the money. And as long as I'm getting the money, customer service doesn't matter, order of service doesn't matter, proper training doesn't matter, and proper protocol does not matter, because at the end of the day, it's all about the money, and we don't care who we mistreat. And now look at them being called to the carpet and exposed publicly. And I'm hearing that Spirit Airlines is about to go under and close permanently. I'm saying all of that to say, even the highest of the high, the people that felt like they could not be touched, the doors are shutting down. The people who felt like they were getting away with things for years, they're getting exposed. The teachers are getting exposed. More and more people with social media, they're reaching out, and people are going back 15, 20 years ago, and they're saying, hey, I have this picture. This has happened to me. And they are getting justice, y'all. So I just wanted to come on this live. And whether it's true about Jay-Z or not, I don't know. I wasn't there. All I know is that he was named in this particular claim. And, my mom always told me, if you're going to break the law, do it by yourself. Because as soon as someone else knows about it, if they get taken down or caught first, they're going to tell on you. Or if y'all both get caught and y'all decide to lie, somebody going to tell somebody else the truth. And the truth will live and be exposed. If not today, tomorrow. You get up there, you think that you're the king of the world, you got your friend, and y'all both are on top of the world. And I often think about New Jack City, how G Money and Nino Brown were like brothers, and my brother's keeper. They were thick as thieves. And then at one point they did not have a meeting of the minds, and G Money started making moves behind Nino Brown's back and really just brought down the whole operation and let the wrong people get in. And it happens like that. It happens like that. So, don't think that everything's Trump tight and that you're just so protected and that you can't be touched. And that you've been getting away with stuff for years and nobody's going to come after you. Nobody's going to touch you. And should they even try, all you have to do is turn it around on them and ostracize their name and pick out their flaws. No. Those days are over with. And the high places, they are actually coming down. And it only takes one incident. It only takes, and I don't want you guys to think that your crying, your reporting, your venting has been in vain. Because what it did was it left traction. And something could happen to the same person. The same thing could happen to a different person. And it could be on file. Hey, you know what? In the year 2015, Jane Doe went through the same thing, and her claims match this claim. Why don't we call Jane Doe from 2015 and get an interview? Why don't we subpoena her for her testimony to strengthen your case that's happening in 2024? It's happening like that, y'all. God is bringing justice to his people. He is exposing the evils of this world. So you guys get ready. I'm just so relieved because I would just be so discouraged and say, and I'm not even going to lie, even as a kid, it just felt like I'm trying to do right. I'm trying to be honest. I'm trying to make a good living. I really just don't understand, why does it seem like the bad people are winning? Why does it feel like I'm getting the short end of the stick? And then you find out, hey, the feds have been watching 10, 15, 20 years. They have records of phone calls and people, and they have been tracking and following these people for the big move in. And when you find out, you say, oh my God, I'm so glad I didn't get involved in that. I know a few people that's into some things, and it just looked like they were winning. It just looked like they all had Range Rovers and doing it big and just spending money. And here I was struggling, and I was just like, God, I only got to do something one time and I could be in. And God said, no, don't do it. Don't get involved. You don't know nothing. You just won't be. I didn't make you for that. And I was envious of these people. I was just looking at them and I said, dang, I deserve to have that. I work hard. I'm a fly girl. I know I could really rock that a lot better. I could put these things together. And God said, no, don't be envious of that. And let me tell you something. Like I said before, you never know who's watching. You never know who's making a list and checking it twice besides Santa Claus. Do not even bend into evil. Don't even bend into things that don't concern God, because everybody has a due date. All of these things have expiration dates, y'all. And we are truly seeing it happen. And I used to say, God, I know you gonna get them, God. I know karma is real, but I just want to be there to watch. I used to be so angry. And I used to say, God, just get them. I just want to see you get them. And every now and then, God would get them. And I'd be able to see and be like, mm-hmm. But sometimes you just hear about them. Oh, they don't work there no more. You ain't heard what happened to them? And you just say, mm-hmm. But then you have those people that have been there for years. They know where all the bodies are buried. The company has been protecting them. They've been protecting the company, because they definitely have had some sacrifices and people thrown under the bus. So they have kept each other. But sometimes it only takes one person. It only takes one slip and fall. It only takes one slip up. It only takes one new hire. It only takes one promotion. And all can be exposed. It only takes one argument, one disagreement, in one business meeting for one to be exposed and say, you know what, I don't like that guy. He's been doing this and that for years. He has the reputation. And people start gossiping, and whispers begin to climb, and that person can be destroyed and exposed for who they are and how they've been getting down for years. Sometimes the person that's been covering them and protecting them can receive a promotion or even a bigger offer from a competitor. And once they move on to that competitor across the street, that person is left to fend for themselves. And they are exposed because they don't know what they're doing. They can't read. They've been making everybody do their work. And they don't have the covering that they once had. And I'm letting you guys know right now, God is removing the covering of your enemies. You feel like people have been getting away with things for years, getting by and just making you, keeping their foot on your neck, y'all. But God is exposing things, and he's removing the covering of your enemy. And I just want to let you guys know that those who kept the faith, those who are ready to give up and say, you know what, it ain't even worth it. I want to be over on the winning side. It just looked like they were winning. But sometimes God will let you. God will work like the feds. He'll allow things to happen. He'll allow you to grow. He'll allow you to climb that food chain. He will allow you to get promotion after promotion after promotion. He will allow them to invest in companies, and he will allow them to purchase property out of the country and allow them to purchase their own properties here, income properties, and he'll allow you to get so big so you can take the hardest fall for what you've been doing to his people. So it's not always what it looks like, y'all. Stay connected with God. Stay prayed up. Be obedient to him and his word, and let him guide you. Because faith cometh by hearing the word of God. And we walk by faith and not by sight, which means we can't pay attention to what it looks like, because it ain't always what it looks like, y'all. And I often revisit the book of Eli, because the twist in that movie with Denzel Washington is he was blind. He could fight. He could read. He knew the ways. He knew, and he prayed, and he had strength and faith in God, and he stayed connected, and he was obedient. And it was because of that he was able to win. But in the end, you find out he did it all while being blind. And sometimes that's the way faith works. You have to stay connected, and you have to walk blindly. But you have to trust and know that God is the way, the truth, and the light. Okay? So thank you so much for dropping by my channel. You could have been anywhere you wanted to be, but you dropped by here, and I appreciate you. I want you to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will be in touch with you. Once again, it ain't what it looks like. It just looks like they winning. It just looks like they getting over on you. It looks like they've been getting over on you. I don't know why I'm saying this. Is somebody right now that is been trying to get child support, and they are hiding finances. They're hiding finances. For some reason, you know that they're making more than what they're making. And it just looks like they getting over. that they cheating you and your babies. But God is going to remove the hedge and expose. He's going to expose. And whoever that is withholding, they had better be ready. Anyways, I'm Nikki St. Clair. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here, and I'm grateful for it. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Peace out.